seconds.
Now comes the part where we throw our heads back and laugh. Ready?
Ready!
Welcome to Nevermind the Furthermore, your morning dose of creative conversation and coffee with your host, Brian K. Morris, independent publisher, freelance hybrid author, award-winning playwright, Facebook famous YouTuber, and former mortician's assistant. Get ready to start your day off right.
Good morning, everyone. How the heck are you? Welcome to the Monday, rather moist Monday in the compound here. Manic Monday, always. Edition of Nevermind the Furthermore for Monday, October 11th, 2021. And I hope you're having a great week so far. As many or as few hours as you're into it. So, kafefe, everyone. Oh, it's only my second sip. We're going to need a lot more to get through the next 90 minutes. Anyway, whether you're watching us live or on the rerun, we appreciate you all. And we want to, speaking of appreciation, we want to say thank you to Grant Lankard for sponsoring today's episode. Memoirs of the Morbid is a brand new comic book that is out right now on Kickstarter. Please look it up. It looks something like this.
Greetings, ghouls and boils. I'm the Ghoul Master, a loving homage to horror anthology narrators of yesteryear. Wait. I'm an homage? Why didn't anybody tell me? You'll hear from my agent about this. But first, let's get to the heart of the matter. I'm here to tell you about the new horror anthology, Memoirs of the Morbid, on Kickstarter in time for Halloween. Memoirs of the Morbid is a black and white homage to classic horror comics from the 40s and 50s, containing 5 self-contained stories by some of the best indie comic creators out there. There's that word again. I better not find out homage is an insult. Anyways, Memoirs of the Morbid is completely done and ready to go to the printer. The comic will be on Kickstarter until Halloween, so don't make a grave mistake by missing it.
Memoirs of the Morbid. I've got a story in there along with Claudio Adriano, and it's a good story. So if you want to see what that looks like, then you are definitely going to want to back that book. It is available now, or I shouldn't say available, but it's currently backing on Kickstarter, and check it out. You'll be glad you did. Also, we are pleased to be sponsored, as always, by Plasma Fire Graphics, when the look of your book matters to you. If you believe you can't judge a book by its cover, then I've got some bridges in Arizona to sell you. Anyway, please check out the work of Jeffrey Hayes. He does amazing work. He is an industry standard in the new pulp and other genres. So check out what he does for you. He can do wraparound covers. He can do the graphics to help you sell your book, as well as beautiful book trailers. But you got to contact him first. First, check him out on Facebook. Check out Plasma Fire Graphics there to look at his great catalog, and then look at his website at plasmafiregraphics.com, and then hire him. Good heavens, what's keeping you? It sure won't be money, because he's affordable. Anyway, it's Plasma Fire Graphics, and the look of your book matters to you, because it matters to your readers. That's for darn sure. And we also want to thank our Patreon subscribers. Patreon is a subscription service where you can directly support your favorite creators for a monthly stipend, and it can be as generous or as affordable for you. We're not out to drain your pocket, but we are out to give you some extra value for that money. So this week, my Patreon subscribers will be seeing a brand new blog by me, and I'm thinking of putting in a blooper from my new morning show, BK Minutes. And anyway, if you want to see your name here, check me out on www.patreon.com/Brian K. Morris. Also, check out the Rising Tide Broadcast Network. Heather Ellen was amazing last night on her show, and we've got some more good stuff to come. Like tonight, we've got Tidbits and Scribbles with Michaela Jade. That's always fascinating. She is always wonderful and always informative. And every morning, we also can start out our morning with BK Minutes, the brand new creative advice show. And if you've got topics you want me to cover, drop me a line, and I will gladly do some shows on it and give you full credit for it, too. Also, tomorrow we've got, we've got the Dastardly Dingoes are coming back for a second try. We didn't discourage them. And who's their guest? Well, it won't matter who their guest is. The Dingoes are hilarious and insightful and informative, and you'll love watching them. So please check them out every Tuesday night at 7 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Central. But anyway, also check out Thursday night show, Comic Book Spectrum, where we talk about comics and review them too. We do all kinds of cool things. Anyway, please check us out on the Rising Tide Broadcast Network. We do some really cool things, and I'm proud of each and every one of these guys and gals. Okay. So anyway, I think we Fol-de-Rolled long enough. Let's get to your comments, and we're going to try to get out of here in 90 minutes today, people. So Cookie's tired of eating late. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, she's in bed right now. She's sleeping. She's trying to catch up on some sleep from last week. Anyway, good morning, good rainy morning, Brian, and all Fol-de-Rolians. Well, Teresa, glad to have you here. And Mike, Jimmy, Lurch at the Brood. Hello, Nevermorians. Good to see you, my friend. Hey, you've got things going too. Please promote. And good morning, Nevermorians. The air is crisp, and I am motivated for housework first. You're a good husband, Nicholas Anthony Tucker. Checked out your show for just a few minutes. I'll go back and catch the rest. Friday nights at 8 p.m. The Historical Fencing Guild. Never has controlled violence been so much fun. And the Skunk Rocker. Good morning to you, my friend. It's time for another fur-raising edition of What's Yanking My Tail Today. Remember Friday? Yeah, so how the am I supposed to get help with my mental issues if I have no free time? You know, we address that in some of our BK Minutes this morning. But anyway, man, that was a short one. I'm honestly having an okay day, except for the fact that the Advil hasn't kicked in yet, and my shoulder and legs still hurt. I'm sorry to hear that. On the plus side, I did get a receiver finally from my record player. Now to get my record collection out of storage. Ooh, a receiver. You know, I remember back in the day, my uncle was an electronics guy. He was one of the first people to go into the Navy under their electronics program. And he showed me his stereo hookup one time, and it was magnificent. I love the modular effect. And what I also liked about it was that, you had a turntable, you had your tape decks, you had all the other stuff, and it all ran in through a receiver. And also your radio was a separate component. And then you usually had speakers or beautiful headphones. And the nice thing is, unlike today's all-in-one units, if any of them wore out or broke, you simply replace that part and the rest of the system is still good. And I don't think the sound quality is quite as good as, the new systems as they were on the modulars. I guess we're not asking for much anymore. But anyway, I'm glad you're having a better day. As for the getting help, you have lunch times. Do your research in your off hours, like phone numbers, people you can call. And if you don't comment to me because you're talking to somebody and getting a little bit of the ease of your mental burdens, my brother, I mean, it's worth it. We'll keep the show going till you get back, okay? So if you need the time, I will help you get it. But it's one of those things also where we address this frequently in the various mentoring things I do, like BK Minutes, every day of the week now, that we, you can't create the time. You only get 24 hours each day, but it's what you do with that time that matters. So taking 20 minutes to call somebody to get help is a worthy investment of your time, Skunk, and I'd really like to see you do that. Or you get if you get a prolonged lunch break, they'll understand if you're chewing in their ear. So anyway, we want to see you get that help, man. We really do. All right. And Mike Jimmy Lorsha de Bruin is inking away at life on Cora number 5 after putting so much effort into rendering a single tree. I realize I now have to make them all look like that. It's a slippery slope, isn't it? Anyway, the Historical Fencing Guild says, but that's good too. Sometimes cleaning jogs loose the mojo and writing is easier once the temps drop for me. What triggers your creative comfort zone? How are you working to facilitate that? Oh, that's a great question, Nick. The cooler weather helps. I love rainy days. I really do. I love getting assignments done. I'm close to getting an editing assignment done. I'm the slowest editor in the world because I'm thorough. I'm anal about it. I will analyze a paragraph to death, but I'm through the hardest part of the edit, which is a transcription. And now I'm on to the last couple of essays, which should go a lot quicker. And I will get it done this week because I've got a lot to do, man. I've got so much to write and I miss writing. I really do. So anyway, let's see. But way to rock the vinyl skunk, says the Historical Fencing Guild. Yeah, I've still got my vinyl downstairs. I bought a really nice all-in-one thing again, but it also has the ability to record my records digitally and not, I've got a good selection of Gene Pitney albums. I love Gene Pitney. He was big in the 60s. He wrote the song Hello, Mary Lou for Ricky Nelson. And he could play several instruments, but he had this magnificent voice that he could do soul, he could do ballads, he could do upbeat stuff. And he got some really good songwriters like Boyce and Hart, Al Cooper, Backrack and David to do stuff for him. But he's probably most famous for a song from the movie Town Without Pity. That is a great song. That is. And he had a magnificent voice. But I'd love to get a lot of his the remaining records I still have onto digital. And maybe find a way to sweeten the sound. But anyway, there's a hobby for my my declining years. Oh, wait, I'm already in them. Anyway, good morning, everyone. Good on the vinyl therapy, Skunk Cracker. Carl Witzman, nothing heals like music. Wouldn't you agree? Anyway, it's good to see you guys in the green room the other night. That was a lot of fun. And hey there, I'm back at work and feeling better. Good, Michaela. Good. I was going to ask later. I was going to check up on you. Anyway, you keep checking in, hon. We want you to be healthy. All right. You've got a lot of shows to do with us. And yay, Michaela speaks for us all. And Sarah, mwah, good morning, darling. Crapped out early last night. I was trying to get to comment to you, but I didn't get to it. But I will make time to. We'll make time today, Sarah. Sarah and I talk a lot. And anyway, Sarah is glad you're feeling better. Michaela and Teresa Dunn says, I'm finished typing my poems and now waiting for the editor to edit them. Poetry Expressions 3 is on its way. Yay, you keep going, girl. That's the way to do it. Don't let nothing stop you. Damian Waldron, good morning. Good vibes to everyone. You too, my friend. Good morning to you. One of the things I want to get done is your comic script. That's one of the things. And proud of you, Teresa, says Sarah. Yeah, we all are. You're making headway. And even if your editor doesn't get to them, there's other editors out there, believe me. They'd be happy to take your money. You just got to find the right one. See, great, Teresa, and everyone's appreciating. And good morning to everyone I missed earlier. And good vibes back at you, Damien. Oh, for sure. And let's see. And Carl says, please remember to like before Sarah figures out that you haven't. Ooh, the Dark Pope of the Dark Church of the Rising Tide has spoken. So definitely, please, if you're watching us on Facebook, please give this a like, as well as the place you're watching it from. Okay, and also, I would like you to please consider. Also, if you're watching on YouTube, please give this a thumbs up, and also please tingle that little bell that comes up when you subscribe, so you get notifications of all the cool things we're doing on this channel. By the way, we are still in the middle of our YouTube challenge, in which we would like to get 1,100 subscribers by the end of Halloween. We have fallen off of our momentum, so we need some help. So please share this message. Please encourage your friends to subscribe on Facebook. Get your Facebook friends to subscribe on YouTube. That should be a task. But no, seriously, it can be done. And we are still on target to make it. We may call in some professional help on this one because we really want, believe it or not, we want to do that 12-hour show. If we reach 1,100 subscribers by the end of Halloween night, we will do a 12-hour, never mind the furthermore, but we're going to pack it with guests and conversation and laughter and probably even a giveaway or two. So please, please, please check us out. All right. And let's see here. I'm looking here and let's see. We've got a thing here that tells where we're who's watching us from where. And it's always interesting to see who's here, and always interesting to see Donna Carly. Mwah, hello to you, darling. Hope your morning's going well. And on mobile, witty comments are limited. Joe Dog, I'm perfectly stationary, and the witty comments on my end are probably like hen's teeth, so I understand. And anyway, let's see. Everyone's saying hello and good morning to Grant Lanker. Don't forget, we've got Memoirs of the Morbid going now on Kickstarter, and y'all want to get involved in that. Seriously, you do. Grant, please put in a link if you could, please. All right. And and howdy, y'all. Howdy, Joe Dog. Good morning to you, my brother. And I am loving the positive Monday energy going today. I am too. It makes me want to seriously, not that I want to cut out this broadcast in the middle of it, but man, I want to get to writing again. I am burdened with glorious purpose, and I've got a green light on 2 short stories, 1 comic script, and I've promised to put in a proposal for a book to someone else. So, man, we got a lot of stuff to do. And good Lord, I spaced out and jumped when the timer went off. In your house, Sarah has more clocks in her the first floor of her house than the Clock King from Batman, and they all don't go off at once. It is a wonder to behold, and how she has not been driven irrevocably mad is a miracle. I mean, this is a place where you set a Edgar Allan Poe story. You know what I'm saying? It is a testament to her strength of character that she and her family haven't gone nutty yet, and or no more than they have. But anyway, and also love the pictures you were posting the other day, Sarah, of that great family event you had. That was so much fun. And everyone's saying, and Joseph Morning says, good morning to you, Joseph. Hope you're having a good one. Hey, good to see you. I saw your video the other night, recalling your adventures at Cape Con. Yes, we are watching. Anyway, hope your morning's going well. And Grant Lanker, they made Joe Dog a moderator. I guess it was too much power for one man to handle. Joe Dog's been a moderator for quite some time. He and Carl and Carl and Eric Hawkins. That's right. I was having trouble remembering. Let's see, who else did I give the keys to the kingdom to? And you never know. Carl was by accident. I hit the wrong button, and I didn't mean to, but he has stepped up, and I appreciate him so much. And 10 seconds, which was 19 minutes ago, and I've been binging the BK Minutes, solid content. Thank you, sir. Thank you. And we're gonna change a couple things up in the next couple of weeks. Make it a little slicker, and Cookie is coming on board as my editor, so we're gonna be really righteous here. It's gonna be a lot of fun. I think everybody should watch the BK Minutes because I'm having fun making them, and and we will eventually bring back Clever Title Pending. I kind of put it on the back burner so I can start working on the BK Minutes, and once I'm ahead enough, because I can do a week's worth of BK Minutes in an hour and a half, 2 hours, which is honestly less time than it takes to prep and set up, etc., a Clever Title Pending. It was the most labor intensive of my shows, but we are going to come back with that once I get my time management skills under control. But if you like the BK Minutes, if you haven't subscribed yet, please do. I would appreciate it greatly. And from the desk of the Small Press Publisher, I'm so glad to see you, Joe D. McPhee. Great show the other night, sir. And every Saturday night at 10 p.m. Please check it out. Morning, BKM. How are you in the BK Minutes going? We're doing pretty good. I'm going to record a few more probably today or tomorrow. I'm doing them like in batches of 4 and 5, and then scheduling them just a little bit ahead. But like I said, we're gonna change up some things, and we've got some new things we want to try for the BK minutes that I think everybody's going to like. But we've got some really good things, and we've got topics going all the way into January. And like I said, if you have an idea for a BK minute, please leave me a comment in the BK minute things, because as people who have commented will note, I do reply to each and every comment that is made. So please come visit my BK Minutes and let me know what you think, and let me know what you want me to cover. And good morning to you, Jody McPhee. So glad to see you. And I can only hope to become an homage to something. Yeah, nice. We're trying, man. We're trying. And loving the bow tie, Brian. Thank you, Mike Jimmy. Cookie got these for me because we actually have a pair of rainbow bow ties that we wear to our shows. The other one here is kind of kind of greenish. But goes with everything. It's kind of a muted green. But we decided that, the place that we bought the original bow ties went out of business. So in lieu of looking for them, we came across one of the Halloween stores here in America. God bless Spirit Halloween. If a place just doesn't close its doors fast enough, it becomes a Spirit Halloween. But the wonderful thing is that we found these, and we bought enough to last us not only through the convention season, but also, a spare one for this show. So, good morning, honey. Did I wake you up? I'm sorry.
Well, you can't have a show without talking.
No, that's true. That's true. And but I didn't mean to wake you up, honey. It's true. I left your coffee on the banister. Good girl. Good girl. My poor honey was sleeping in this morning. So anyway, glad you like it, Mike Jimmy. Glad to see you. And Skunk Rocker says, I'm an homage to birth control. No, dude, take pride. You were the fastest swimmer, okay? And 14, she noticed, Carl. We're in trouble now. 14 viewing and only 5 likes. Cracks are whipping, I'm telling you. You get on them. But yes, please give us a like. She's on Facebook, or rather, she's on YouTube there, and the sound and picture quality are a little better on YouTube. We can do up to 1080 on here, whereas I think it's 720 on Facebook. I could be wrong, but anyway, but I doubt it. It's not likely. But no, please check us out on Facebook, because we've got our back catalog of shows. Man, you think we got a lot on the Rising Tide Broadcast Network page? Boy, howdy! Come to my YouTube page. We have got a plethora of entertainment. If you like what I'm doing, you will be overwhelmed. You will be. You'll be like, how does he get any writing done? All he does is broadcast, and oh my, Skunk. And Grant Lankert isn't sure what that means. If somebody called Jake and see if he could explain it. And good morning and happy Monday morning. Hugs. I hope everyone had a great weekend. You too, Facebook user. Hope all is well with you. And Sarah is recreating a Devo music video, except there is going to be full body contact, and there will be no stunt doubles. You know what I'm saying? And today, my hands are black from ink, the dip pen fuming from friction, and paper inscribed with lines as it should be. Mike, Jimmy, Lorsha de Bruin, you have no idea how, while I was reading that, my heart was swelling with joy. Seriously. That makes me happy. And knowing your beautiful work, man, that is going to be a treat to see. Seriously, it is. Oh, and what have we got here? Memoirs of the Morbid got a shout out from Jimmy Palmiotti on Twitter this morning. Well, good for you, man. Well, take that and start quoting it on Facebook, dude. Keep retweeting, and I'll try to retweet that later when I get on, if I get on Twitter. I rarely go on Twitter. I mean, as negative as Facebook can be, Twitter is a raging dumpster fire. So anyway, 90 minutes, better make that coffee extra strong. That's what we do around here, Mike Jimmy. And Sarah, the dislike engager has done their hit and run. Screw them. Actually, the thing is, they are helping me. They, and even if they are here, they don't have the balls to confront me. That's what it is, or the chesticles, as the case might be. So let them Let them hate, because it still benefits me. It's still engagement. Ha 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 ha. And Armchair Rocket Science will be attempting to cover Captain Kirk's first space flight on Wednesday morning. Oh, that's going to be so much fun. And Joe Dog, if you're not here, I will totally understand, but I do want you to post a link. If it's happening during the show, and Joe Dog, I mean this sincerely, take time to post a link on here, and everybody run over there and watch. I'm serious about that. That is, this is Captain Kirk hitting the final frontier. I think that's great. And what? He's 90 years old. That is awesome. Because for so many reasons, he's gonna be I think he's gonna be the oldest man in space. Which who had the record? Was it John Glenn? Yeah, because I remember, he went to the space station for a little while, if I recall correctly. So
something like 3 days.
Yeah, it was 3 days, but it was long enough.
Yeah, he had some trouble coming back.
Yeah, that's true. Well, weightlessness does that to people. That's why you rarely see these guys like leaping out of the capsule and jogging to the medevac, which is part of the problem going into space. And they say that. Like they've had people that have been up on the space station who have had long-term health problems because of, their time in weightlessness. And that's why they're, one of the concerns is, with long-term space travel, even going to Mars at this point, would be atrophying muscles and possible heart damage. To say nothing of radiation, because what if you have 4 people on there and they get that, they pass through the radiation belt, then all of a sudden one of them can burst into flame, one turns invisible, the other can stretch, and the other one, I've seen it in comic books, so I know it's true.
It's been in movies too.
And movies, yes. Yes.
Of course, then there were all the X-Men. I mean, they didn't even have to go through the radiation belt. It did them no good either.
That's true. But they were already mutated. They was just waiting for their genes to kick in.
Yeah.
So anyway, welcome to the learning place. Today's been your lesson on radiation and space travel and genetics. But no, I'm excited about William Shatner going up. If anybody's going to beat John Glenn, is a true American hero as far as I'm concerned. But if anyone is going to beat his record, it should be William Shatner. Well, yeah. At least they had the courtesy to wait till John Glenn died. It's also like Tom Baker. Tom Baker has the record. He spent 7 seasons as the Doctor on Doctor Who. I don't want anyone to break his record while he's still alive. It's just a weird thing with me.
Well, yeah, although considering what his seasons were like and the seasons are now.
The seasons now are
short.
They're shorter, yeah, but the special effects demands are greater, though.
So
in promotion, I think that was one of the things that got to a couple of the earlier doctors, like Capaldi and all, was it was a full year job. So if you wanted to do different things, it didn't leave a whole lot of time for it. So anyway, Cookie is now my co-host. I'm glad to have that. She's in the other side the other room exercising. And anyway, Bill Sarton says a marvelous Monday morning to the frantic Fez man and all the manic Monday-morians. Count your blessings. Enough said. You got that right. And as soon as we get a launch time, I will update everyone. Thank you, Joe Dog, and bring Cookie home. That's our goal, Bill Sarton. Thank you very much, my friend. And Sarah, I saw that. By now, I ignore whoever is doing so. I have a guess, but I ignore them now because I won't give them any negative. I won't give their negativity any more attention. Love you, Sarah. And that's the way it should be. And what are all these off times you speak of? I'm always working. That's my secret cap. Dude, but the thing is, here's the thing I tell people, Skunk. If if you wanted to, if somebody said, for instance, hey, Skunk, we'd love to pay you a whole lot of money to do a wrestling video for us, you'd find the time, right? If there was somebody coming into town that you haven't seen in ages, you'd find the time to visit them. I think if I know you want to be better, you'll make the time. you will find the time in your day to get the help you want. Right?
Yes.
See, Cookie said so. So it's not just me, Skunk. It's Cookie that said it. You cannot deny her. I can't. Anyway. See what I got to live with? Anyway, Bill Sargent says the bird's the word when you subscribe to Cindy Cap's Snazzy Jazzy's newsletter at ckoepp.com. It is really something to tweet about. And there he is, also with a Kickstarter of his own. Good morning, my fellow Brian and Nevermorians. So I have to say, this has been the best weekend I've had in a very long time. I was able to attend Hutchmoot Homebound Through the Rabbit Room. It's a creativity and imagination conference. Honestly, I feel more refreshed than I have all year. I'm so thankful for these wonderful folks. When we talk Thursday, man, I would love to hear more about that. That sounds really cool. And here we go. And Grant Lacker says, if you really think your job is taking over your life, maybe you should seek other employment unless you're making crazy good money. Well, even then, Grant, a lot of money is sometimes not worth it. I mean, I remember when I got out of college, I was working 4 part-time jobs, not all on the same shift either. And I had I probably percentage-wise had more money than I've had ever. Okay. Till I started doing this gig, but it's, the writing thing. But the thing is, I was exhausted after 6 months of doing this. This is back when I'm 20. It just drained me completely. And one of the reasons I had so much money is that I didn't have any time to spend it. This was before the age of the internet, when I could go online and suddenly all my money's gone on eBay and Amazon. But there's more to life than money. There's a lot more to life than money. So, and Skunk will find that balance, because I have so much faith in Skunk. I really do. And Ryan Permison, thank you for sharing, my man. I appreciate you so much. And how are you, Ryan? How the heck are you? And join Ryan for Saturday at noon for And I Quote with writer and artist Keisha Acuff. We'll also be taking your questions, so do not miss it. Carl Witzman was on this weekend. That's one of my goals today, to watch his show. Nevermorians are making an impression on Ryan's show. I'm glad to see that. And Sarah says, I was in the green room but missed you. Derp. I clocked out about 9 o'clock your time, because I think Cookie was Cookie was coming home. So I had to check out. If I'd known you were there, I'd have stuck around longer. But anyway, I'm glad you got a chance to get in there. And let's see, here we go. And Mariel and Akelian have entered the labyrinth. Do you dare follow them into that unholy place? Do you? Memoirs of an Angel is about a ragtag group of infinite and finite beings who race through time and space to rescue a bitter witch hunter from the clutches of the Dark Kingdom. It's like Lord of the Rings meets The Exorcist, but I think it's better. Head on over to that address right there and help their goal of 100 backers. Now, this is a winner, because they have reached their financial goal. But what Brian would like is 100 people signed up for it. And I think this is up to date. He needs 21 more backers. Now, even if you just pledge $1 to our fellow Nevermorian, that would be so helpful. Also, don't forget Memoirs of the Morbid, who is helping sponsor this show. They have 60 backers, and they are at $1,661 from their $4,000 goal. And it would be really cool if you would give him some love too. I am in that book. In fact, when you scroll down from below the video that greets you there, the first image you see there is from my story with Claudio Adriano, because he's awesome. So anyway, please check that out. All right. I would love it if you did, and you'll be glad you did too. Ryan Permison continues saying, Nerd Culture Channel, you need to subscribe to that today for more great nerdy content. He's looking for 750 subscribers. I know we can do it. I'd like to have 750 subscribers. So when you're done subscribing to him, come on over to the Brian K. Morris Rising Tide page on YouTube and subscribe to that. We are more than halfway to our goal of 1,100 subscribers. So please subscribe, and you'll get that 12-hour Nevermind the Furthermore. And here we go. And even if you checked out Memoirs of the Morbid, check it out again. I added some stuff yesterday. Good deal, Grant. Good deal. And speaking of good deal, there's Willow Schuyler, broadcaster extraordinaire and publicist unparalleled. She's got Willow's Pillow Talk on the Hanging with Web Show Network and on the Back of the Cereal Box Network. She and Keisha Acuff do Cryptid Crunch. It's always entertaining, and she is too. Willow, mwah, good morning to you, darling. And also, if you missed it, check out the latest episode of And I Quote with Carl Witzman. That is on my list of things to do today. And Grant Lanker put mock-ups of some of the stretch goals and put up more add-ons. Also lowered the stretch goals to make them easier to achieve. Well, good. Let's hope that helps. So please check out Grant's Kickstarter campaign, and it looks really good. I'm so pleased to be in there. And Brian Robin, tomorrow night on the Dastardly Dingoes podcast, we will be diving into the loins of the Eric Hawkins. That's right. Tune in and see what Pornsack has to say. Join us at 7 p.m. Eastern as we all gang up on Chad Nuss and hear Eric's story about being a comic creator. You're not going to want to miss this, folks. And I'm feeling some heckling coming on here. You never know. Maybe I will tune in and ask Eric some questions. Because remember, Eric and I have been friends for a long time, so I probably know a whole lot of embarrassing stuff about him. So anyway, I'll ask him about it on the show. You know, Eric, you are a major force in the realm of, self-creation, of independent producing of comic books. What's your favorite brand of canned bean? I think that'd be some quality entertainment. I think your audience can use that. What do you think, hon?
Yeah.
Considering the kind of questions I could ask, I think that's pretty good. Anyway, and check out the Flashback Monday episode of And I Quote with Brian Rodman. It was record breaking. Did he talk longer than I did? That'll be fun. I gotta catch up on those shows. I really do, Ryan, because I enjoy them so much. And John Scarborough, part of Stupid O'Clock, Thursday nights at 9 and 11 p.m. on Saturday nights. Also, following those two shows is Dan Hollifield's Last Man Standing. Morning, I'm getting ready to do some candy shopping. What kind of candy do you like? What kind of candy do you guys like? I'm one of those freaks. I like candy corn. I consider it a treat, even though the stuff is virtually flavorless. It's just a little capsulated, cooked, waxy sugar. I do like them. My favorite candy, though, gosh, I'm trying to think if I have a what? Anything with key lime, that's true. Yeah, key lime Kit Kats. Oh my God. Oh, don't make me stand up right now thinking about those. You know what I'm saying? As for regular candies, I think Butterfinger candy bars are probably my favorite. Because I love the crunch. I love the kind of peanut buttery flavor that merges so well with that thin layer of chocolate. So that's mine. But what's everybody else's? I'd like to hear that. And remember, folks, there's life beyond the rising tide, but it's pretty dull. That's true. So watch every Rising Tide and Willow Scholar production that you can. Your life will be better. Carl Witzman, if that isn't, I should take a screen capture of that. Those are words to live by. We ought to have a plaque put in here. And Bill Sarn says, I've been incredibly busy with helping Laura do the vintage toys eBay auctions. And we just started new ones last night that include more Hot Wheels red line vehicles, Johnny Lightning, and Talking G.I. Joes. Click on that eBay to get in on the fun. That looks like fun. Yeah, that's the sort of thing. Get Clyde Hall. Talk to him. You may have some stuff he's interested in. Ryan Permison says, if you want to be a guest on And I Quote, and we are live on Saturdays at noon Eastern, but we need to pre-record, that can be done. And they have friendly conversation. You can promote your projects. Check out Calendly there. I probably need to sign up again sometime for 2022, don't I? Anyway, Memoirs of the Morbid is a 60-page horror anthology in the style of Tales from the Crypt. Lots of super talented people worked on it. Yeah, definitely. Go, Grant, put in that link if you haven't already, and we'll get some people looking at it. Okay. And thanks, Carl, says Willow Scott. There are lots of talented people out there that deserve the views as well. That's true. And then there's me. Ryan Permison, hope you all had fun at conventions this weekend and sold tons of books. And when you make that 12-hour marathon, Brian, I volunteer as tribute. Give me a call. Definitely, dude. You're part of a very short list on that. And bring Cookie home. Rising tide raises all ships. Exactly, brother. And speaking of conventions, and I'm glad you did, Ryan, let's see. I will be at DeadCon this coming weekend, Saturday and Sunday, at the Grand Wayne Center at 120 West Jefferson Boulevard in Fort Wayne, Indiana. And I'll be there with a whole bunch of cool people, including Master Ron Fitzgerald and Danny Trejo. And I think I'm next door to the guy who is a descendant of Bram Stoker. I'm super stoked no pun intended, to be near that guy. It's gonna be a lot of fun. We'll see how far the talent slips down the family tree. And meeting him, if he's there, everybody will be at his desk and his table, and nobody will be seeing me. But that's fine. It's a 2-day vacay. And the nice thing is, it's only 2 hours away, so I don't have to get a room. I'm going to be driving back and forth. It's going to be a lot of fun. And Cookie will be there with me Saturday and Sunday. So anyway, please come see us at DeadCon. If you want more information, go to deadconventions.com. And Carl Westman says, not as much as you deserve, Willow. I agree. There's a lot of people on this, just in this list of people that I'm looking at, that you deserve a lot more attention than you're getting. And I hope we can give it to you. We just keep rising together. And there we go. John B. Pica, johnpica.com. Hey there, friends and folks. Good morning, Multiverse. Check out John B. Pica's stuff and check out the back of the Cereal Box Network. It is awesomer than ours even, but just barely. Anyway, from the Small Press Publisher, there's our Madam Executive Producer, always apple polishing BKM. That's the nice word for it. The more accurate one would leave a brown racing stripe down the middle of my nose. But anyway, Sarah says, I stay upstairs and then going downstairs at the top of the hour without noticing until the donging of the clocks starts up. That sounds naughty, the donging of the clocks. It sounds like one of those books you got in that drawer, Sarah. Anyway, it's intentionally staggered, which means it's about 15 minutes of insanity. Yeah, that's one thing. That's like I said, it's like none of them go off at the same time. I could imagine if this one big bang, this tone comes at the top of the hour, but no, it takes about 10 to 15 minutes for all these things to chime in. It's almost like they're saying, okay, fine, I'll wait my turn. Okay, it's the hour. So anyway, it's a madhouse, Sarah, and I love you. Anyway, we just had a comment dump there. Oh, I can't wait to get to you guys. And John B. Pica says, BK Mints is great. Well, thank you. It'll raise your game in a phenomenal way. Thank you for that endorsement, John B. Pica. And John has just returned to live performing, and I couldn't be happier. I was kind of hoping you'd get back to it because I know how much joy you got from it. So it makes me happy to see that. Ace Bonnie, good morning to you. Good morning, everyone. I got a vinyl album of Wasp sounds the other day. Played it. Didn't sound like anything like Wasp. Turns out I was playing the B side. Madam Executive Producer is not pleased.
Off with her head.
Yeah, and yes, and why would Grant call me? To get information. You're a fount of information. Grand Christian Illusion Show. Good to see you here. Good morning. And Johnny Cage, JP7, never had a Twitter fight. I feel left out. I save most of my fights for Facebook. It seems more intimate there. Well, if nothing else, and it's funny you brought that up because what is it yesterday? Facebook's always putting those things. Here's the post you made like 10 years ago. Here's a post you made a year ago. And mine was a post from 5 years ago where I had covered one of the presidential debates. In fact, I think it was the second one with Donald Trump and Hillary Clinton. And it was funny as hell. And I thought I made it up. I was very pleased with it. But that is also the one thing that lost me the most Facebook friends. That and the one time I put the pride flag over my image as my avatar, I lost so many people, and I chortled with glee the whole time. But no, this was a grand way to, if there is an issue and you want to piss off both sides of the issue, this was a masterwork in how to do it, because I was very even-handed and I made sure that I didn't take any more swipes at one candidate than I did the other. I think I got both of them equally.
Yeah, you did.
I was very fair. That's the new fair and balanced,
That and you didn't name call. You just pointed out their foibles.
Yes, I was very proud of that. Yeah, I think the only piece of writing better was Clyde Hall's examination of does Batman go down, sort of thing. That was a riot.
Yeah.
But we did detail that there was a drinking game that every time somebody said something potentially illegal or undoable or made a false campaign promise, that everyone was to take a shot, and the casualties were now in the thousands. So anyway, so Scott Crocker steps up to the plate here and goes, "Give me your Twitter handle. I'll start one." There we go. See, now this is the giving nature of this community here, that if you need a Twitter fight, there's always somebody here to help. Thank you, Skunk Rocker. You are a true humanitarian and patriot. And Mike Jimmy Larson de Bruin says, a Dutch astronaut lost use of his legs for like 6 months after spending a year in the International Space Station. Yeah. I mean, you see those people that are up there for a prolonged period of time. The lack of gravity makes your muscles atrophy. And that's why they exercise up there. And it's...
There's also a loss of minerals and a whole bunch of, there's a cascade effect.
Yeah, there's like bone density is also affected even.
Hey, hon, should we show off one of the giveaways?
Why don't we?
I'm thinking this should be the giveaway.
That could be a giveaway for the 12-hour show.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be a good giveaway. We'll take it down to Brown and say, here, you figure out how to mail it. Anyway, Cookie has been working on something here. I've gotten lots of nice comments over the steampunk fez that she did most of the creation for. I just painted it. But anyway, if we get to have our 12-hour broadcast of Nevermind the Furthermore following Halloween night and reaching 1,100 subscribers, here's going to be one of the giveaways. We're going to give away a fez, a steampunk fez. Ain't that swank? And Cookie made it herself. And who knows what else we'll be doing to it. So please, 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 that will be one of your incentives. And I'll probably be giving away autographed books and other stuff. So please check us out. Please help us reach 1,100 subscribers on YouTube. That is the goal. And Joe Dog McKeel, Wally Funk got the record on the last shaped blue Origin Man flight. That's right. He did. I forgot about that. I forgot about Wally Funk. He just passed up with John Glenn. But now William Shatner's going to do it all. So, and like I said, Shatner, God bless him for being brave enough to go, because that's, I would be hesitant to go up. Even when I was younger and in better health, I would be hesitant to go up. But anyway, God bless the Shat. God bless Captain Kirk. And waiting for their genes to kick in or waiting for a kick in the genes. Either one will work, Skunk Rocker. Now, if you don't have a latent mutant gene, then a kick in the genes is just what we would love to give you to get you doing you know what. John Scarborough says, "Hi, Cookie." Thank you, John. Thank you, John. And the Ninja Genko hyper sleeps does seem possible. I had that. Yeah, what is it? Yesterday morning, I had that. Actually, I slept about 8 hours, which for me is pretty long. Cookie slept about 10, and then this morning she went to bed at a very reasonable hours last night, and then she rolled over this morning, went back to bed as I was awakening. So, yeah, hyper sleep is, I prefer to think of it as a Vulcan healing coma without the face slapping. And Brian says, Bill Sarn, we couldn't hear Cookie talking to you from the other room, so naturally it sounded like you were talking to the voices in your head. You got to turn up your volume, Bill. Everyone else can hear her. And well, this sucks. How am I going to let Cookie down? Can't do that. She's going to see me in a couple weeks, and I won't be able to avoid her. Yeah, she's inevitable. Forget Thanos, man. She'll snap on you. That's all there is to it. Yeah, and she's looking forward to it. I've talked you up, Skunk. I'm looking forward to meeting you in person too, man. We got hugs coming up. I don't know that they'll be quite the type that Brian Rodman and I had, but I'm game if you are. Hey, John B. Pica, you guys. This weekend I debuted at a new show at the Haunted Tavern. After 2 years off stage, I was anxious, but it was the culmination of a 30-year magic career and 3 years of ghost stories. Maybe the best work of my career. See? Best is always yet to come, John. You got it, man. And you'll see it at HoloCon. I'm looking forward to it. I really am. And Skunk Rocker says, all jokes aside, I'm going to take care of it. Good, man. I just wanted to this weekend and didn't have time because I had a show on Saturday. And besides the fact nothing was open on Sunday, I was busy all day. But I got to sit and talk with one of my good friends for a long time that I hadn't seen in quite a while. By the way, Joe Dog Dutch says hi. Hi, Joe Dog Dutch. And anyway, I'm glad you got that day, man. Everyone deserves that day. They really do. And for the Nest of Small Press Publisher shows, I do more shows like I did this weekend. Well, you seem to have a lot more fun. And while I love your interviews and I love watching you do things, and I have to say, and this may sound wrong of me, Joe D. McPhee, but the fact that you had an agenda that you wanted to get done during your show, and because of goofs like me haranguing, you didn't get to all of it. And that kind of reminds me of my own broadcast, so it made me happy. So anyway, but no, you do good stuff, man. There is a reason you're on this network. There's a reason everyone's on this network. Quality content, diverse content. It's, God bless networks that have themed content, and there's use for that. But this is my network, the Rising Tide Network, is for people with diverse interests, and we want to be more like like PBS or one of the major networks like CBS, ABC, Fox, and sometimes NBC. Diverse content, all very homespun, doesn't have to be slick, just has to come from the heart. That's what we're looking for. So I think Saturday night was a good example of that. So I can see themed, maybe cut it down to the occasional guest star, somebody of your choosing, and go from there. But no, I really enjoyed I enjoyed the show. I really did. I always enjoy your show, man. I always catch up on it. And John B. Pica says, Skunk, ever wonder how I'm able to work on so many projects while juggling a full-time job, a part-time job, and juggling friends and family? I teach people how to prioritize their time and create a time budget. I will totally help you if you let me. And that's it. And that's the key right there. Letting people help. That's a lesson I'm still learning, even at my advanced stage. It's like when I was having troubles mentally last week, I have trouble reaching out. I'm a terrible patient, in that I don't cooperate, not in a negative sort of way, but more like, oh, you keep all that air to yourself. I don't deserve any sort of thing. It's almost weaponized imposter syndrome. But no, reaching out and getting that help is the most important thing. And Skunk took the first step. And Skunk, now, and I'm glad you're looking at getting the help. And, if you need help balancing your life, John B. Pica is the guy to do it. Trust me, I've never seen anyone who gets so much done and has so many irons in the fire. And he's an amazing guy. He really is. I'm proud to be his friend. And I'm finished with work thanks to a nasty storm rolling through. Stay safe, friends, west of Peoria, Illinois. Oh, Michaela, you stay safe too. You and Andy cuddle or something, okay? And I'm glad you're feeling better. I really am. Ace Bonnie, why did the ghost starch his sheet? He wanted everyone scared stiff. I love it. And Skunk Rocker says, so can we get off the negative chat now? I do these things in the morning mostly for a laugh, just making light of my daily stress, because sometimes you just have to laugh at it. That is true. That is true. And I'll stop doing it and find something else every morning if you guys want. I feel like I'm bringing the show down now. No, the other morning, you're not bringing the show down at all, Skunk. That's partly why we're here, okay? One of my favorite phrases, we are here, if I'm adapting it for this, we are here to comfort the afflicted and to afflict the comfortable. So you're fitting right in the format, Skunk, anytime you need it, all right? Don't be shy. And even your negativity is fun, okay? You do it well. So anyway, Reese's peanut butter cups are the best candy ever. A close second is Kit Kat. I can't fault you there. The only thing, I can't eat peanut butter cups and cookies around because she gets migraines from Spanish peanuts. So I can't do that. And key lime, like Captain Cutchy's key lime pie. Yes, that's my latest obsession. Search YouTube for it. I'm writing it down. Actually, Carl, I gotta dig it out sometime. I found a no-bake key lime recipe that is ooh la la. But I'm gonna write this Captain Kutchie's key lime pie. Okay, thank you, Carl. Yeah, we'll look that up. Thank you very much. This is the learning place. But no, this is about we were still in Illinois. This is back. I've had it for over 10 years, but we have a recipe for key lime no bake, and you need, of course, a crust of your choosing, as well as I think it's 1 or 2 cans of condensed sweetened condensed milk. No, 1 can of sweetened condensed milk. I don't remember, something like a cup or so of maybe not that much, but a certain amount of key lime juice, and 2 small tubs, regular tubs, I should say, of Cool Whip. And you mix the key lime and the condensed milk together till thoroughly blended. Then fold in the one of the tubs of Cool Whip, and then use the other to top it with, and put it in your refrigerator. And about 4 or 5 hours later, you got a meal. I don't care about dessert. I'm talking about eating the whole damn pie. It's good stuff. And mellow cream pumpkin 0 bars and spearmint lozenges. And I bet Brian BKM likes cookies. I love cookies. You know that. And Sarah says, I was kind of leery about the birthday party because at least half of the fam there had recently dealt with COVID, and we were packed together. It's what Grandma wanted, so I went anyway. 97 years old, and she showed up. That is beautiful. And it looked like you guys were having so much fun. It really did. And tell me it didn't feel good to be with people, right? It's like when we had MichaelaCon last year. It's like all of us were cautious. I think this was after the vaccine, so I think we all had the vaccine. But there were about half a dozen of us met over at my place, and we had a MichaelaCon. And we need another MichaelaCon, and we need a SarahCon before the weather turns bad, too. And Will Schuyler, happy Thanksgiving to all my fellow Canadians. Remember, folks, you don't need to put up with toxic family members. Amen, sister. I don't put up with mine. But it's like I keep saying, I'm estranged from my father's side of the family, and I'm not saying it's their fault. I was a pain in the butt when I was younger, but I'm not regretting a single thing. But yeah, I forgot today is Happy Thanksgiving to our Canadian friends, and I hope you have a good one, Willa. And I believe it's today. I know that you guys have similar holidays. Like I think your Independence Day is like July 1st, and ours is on the 4th. But anyway, we will have ours. And to celebrate Thanksgiving this year, we're going to have an Indie Author Book Expo. We'll be at the Valley West Mall in West Des Moines, Iowa. Beautiful facility. And thank you to Jen Thompson. I will be there. I know that Cindy Kemp will be there on Saturday. It's going to be Friday. It's going to be Black Friday and the next day, Saturday. We will be there with our books and all kinds of cool stuff. So please come see us. All right. And Donna Carlene, anything with cinnamon, caramel, or mint. But yes, one of my guilty pleasures is candy corn, especially the caramel ones. Yes, the caramel ones are awesome. Though, what is it? I've seen stuff this year at Ollie's. I think it's like a s'mores flavor. I got to try it to find out. But agreed with that. And Danny Trejo, you got that right, Donna. He will be there. And let's see here. And despite being super leery, made the most of what was out of my control. Good time with family. Just had to make it there and make it an enjoyable experience for 97 years. That's quite a benchmark there. 97 is pretty good. And especially what she's still living on her own, I believe. That's I'm 65 and I'll be put into a home. I really should. And from the Small Press Publisher, just gained another subscriber. Good for you. 109. Let's get him up to 110 before the end of the show. Okay. And well, that was extra gross. Well, we try to provide extra content, Skunk. Glad you like it. And Donging of the Clock sounds like a Chuck Tingle book. Yes, it does. Oh, so be sure to dong that little bell when you subscribe to my channel too. And John B. Pica, morning, John. Good morning to you, John. Thank you, sir. Thank you. And morning, John, and Facebook user, congratulations to you. And book 4 in my Warrior Secrets, says Michaela Jade, will feature the top mercenary Keith. Oh, you don't want to miss this one. Find all of her books on Amazon. Yes. Definitely get the Warriors trilogy because she's awesome. And good morning to you, John, again. Thank you. And Pillow Pants, pretty sure you knew I was going to say that. Pillow Pants, we don't say Pillow Pants on this show. We never say Pillow Pants. And if not Pillow Pants, then Peonies. No, we don't say that either. If you want to find out what that is all about, watch last Thursday's Comic Book Spectrum and find out the horrifying truth. And cheese grits, so good in the morning. Ways of a country boy. The Ninja Genko, I'm on that. I went out to breakfast the other morning and they had grits, and I tell you, they're hotter than hell when you first get them. But yeah, I love to mix in like some sharp cheddar cheese or have them with butter and maybe a little bit of maple syrup. That is, oh my God, my mouth's watering right now. I love that. And Sarah said, OMG, that Fez equals want. And back in the cereal box, like on multiple platforms. Thank you, John. You're the best. And Keisha Acuff, glad to see you. Hello, beautiful people. Mwah, hello, beautiful you, co-host of Cryptid Crunch and her own shows here on the network of choice, the Rising Tide Broadcast Network. And hey, Tyrone Turner Jr., Tony, good to see you. Brian, if the 12-hour marathon does happen, I'd be happy to donate 4 sets of my first 2 books of my Soul-Led Soldiers of Light Against Darkness. It's giveaway prizes. Happy to help. You're on. Thank you. Thank you so much. So if not for me, do it for that. You got a steampunk Fez created by our own Cookie. All right. Isn't that a thing of beauty? And we'll be giving that away during the show. If not, we'll probably have a couple. She's made 4 of these, and we're taking probably at least 2, maybe 3 to the show this weekend, the DeadCon. Go to Dead Conventions for all the information. And but anyway, thank you, Tony. I love you, man, and I hope you and your missus are doing well. And yes, Jody McPhee, more shows like the last one. I learned some things, yeah. And good morning to Eric Hawkins. Glad to see you, Eric. Hope you are doing well. Hope all is well with you. And yeah, we'll get, that reminds me of some news we'll do later. And going to the doctor, everyone have a great day. # bring Cookie home. Damian Waldron, glad to have you here, brother. Hope you have an excellent day, and hope the doctor gives you nothing but good news. And what is it? Infinite diversity and infinite combinations. IDIC. That's the right one. Historical Fencing Guild, Fridays at 8 p.m. John B. Pica, in the corporate world, I was the time management SME and led corporate trainings for 16 years. I wish you'd come in and done our corporate trainings. Good Lord Almighty. Boring as hell. And proud of you, Skunk, says Sarah. Sarah is a great advocate for mental health. And, when Sarah's proud of you, you got something going there. And Brian, don't thank me for Captain Coochie's key lime pie. Just do a YouTube search for the rabbit hole. Oh, dear God. Thanks in advance then, Carl. Thanks for nothing. Anyway, we'll do it this afternoon when I should be working. And how do you know when a ghost is sad ass Ace Bonnie? He starts boo-hooing. Anyway, Sarah says making the first step to getting help is usually the hardest part. So props, Skunk. Definitely, for sure. And Historical Fencing Guild says one of the most internationally popular holiday subjects is Happy Independence from Britain Day. Well, what is the old phrase that the sun never, that one like about 120 years ago, the sun never set on the British Empire, and now it does. I just saw a moving van go by. I hope it's not for me. Anyway, yeah, it does seem to be that way. Certainly here in North America and in India too. And I think Hong Kong too. Oh dear. And yep, she has her own apartment still. That's beautiful, Sarah. That really is. And check again, Joe D should be at 110 subs. Oh, excellent. Coolness. Let's get him to 120 now. Let's get me to 630. That'd be nice. And Grant Langer just got a price quote from a printer for a regular floppy comic for $10 a book. Eek. So strange. My regular printer charges $2. How does that make sense? Grant, here's my first thought. They don't want to do it. They don't want to deal with comic creators, which is, I understand, or they don't want to get into it. Sometimes you price yourself out of the market, Grant, if there's something you are good at, but you don't want to do. For instance, I don't do transcription anymore. I have a hearing issue that makes it difficult. Um, but yeah, $10 a book, they don't want to do it. That's all there is to it. But the same thing is also, is it for the exact same parameters? Because I see people that say, "Oh, they're charging like $5 like $5 for a 60-page floppy," but this other place is charging only 50 cents for a 12-page book, including covers. Sometimes people don't make that similar, that equivalent comparison. So there might be more. Not knowing all the parameters, I don't know about that. And grits, sharp cheddar, and roasted red peppers. Ooh, Brian likes red peppers. Cookies got me to now where I'll take a red pepper and I'll just eat it like an apple. Once I take the seeds out and everything. But yeah, oh man, I love grits. I really do. That's good stuff. And so Epic of the Wandering Fez, get your picture taken with an IP the showrunner actually owns. I know, right? Oh, so Epic of the Wandering Fez, get your picture taken with an IP the showrunner actually. Yeah, there we go. And Sarah, I was noticing the aging process of Grandma, which was rough despite 97 years old. She's been my best friend all my life. She wants me to read to her in my voice instead of audiobooks. So I see it. There we go. And Sarah John, hello there. How are you? And which indie creator did you meet brought this work and were very impressed? I am impressed, Sir John, with a whole lot of them. And a lot of them are here. And I'm impressed for different reasons. Eric Hawkins is one of the most talented artists, illustrators around in the indie business. And, wow, it's like, where do I start with who I'm impressed with? I actually, and it's one of those things where I'm more like, like Luke Stone, John Celestri, and now I'm getting into the area where I'm going to offend somebody for leaving them out. Daphne Lage, Dan Doherty, Randy Zimmerman, get well, Randy. Like Jimmy Lorsha De Bruin, Kara Nicole, Alfred Trujillo. It's like, yeah, and that's just comics. And bought the work. Yeah, I bought work from almost all of them. And if I haven't bought it yet, I'm about to. Wow. What was it? I also got one. There's a book called Impossible Jones just came out from Scout. And there's a campaign right now, Impossible 2B, Impossible Jones and Captain Lightning team up by Carl Kessel, who used to write for DC and Marvel, also was an ink artist on both companies and more. Really love that first book of theirs. So yeah, there's a lot of stuff I'm impressed with. Like I said, it's more that the people I'm not impressed with are very few. There are a couple companies that I've read their output, and it is infrequent, and a lot of what they do, it's not the message, because they've got a good message, but it's just the execution is so lacking. But those are the people I'm also not going to talk about, so because we try to keep positive here. East Bonnie, where does a ghost go on vacation? Malibu. Anyway, Willow Schuyler, Canada Day isn't really considered our Independence Day. It's celebrating a unification of 3 British colonies. Oh, okay, that's even better. That's ours is like ours is like, we're not going to take it. We're mad as hell. We're not going to take it. And that's a dangerous question, Sir John, says Grant Lankard, since most of the people watching are indie creators. That's not bad. And you make a good point, Sir John. I made a comic as well. I didn't know it was us and us. Well, it's us in the community. And I have to say, the people that I personally have distanced myself from, one, I don't, I just find it hard to support their product because it's, not very good, in my opinion. Or the people are not very good. But Sir John, do I know your name? Do I know your creator name? I would like to know it. And Sarah, if you like reading and recording books, please consider doing it for the blind as well. Contact your local library for more info. Yeah, that's a good suggestion, Carl. And what is it? Also contact your local public broadcasting station, because I know when I worked at WILL AM FM TV, they had a service for reading for the blind. Good idea, Carl. And congrats, Sir John. I've made a comic before, so I know how much work it is. I do too. I've made them too. So it ain't for the weak of heart or faint of spirit. And I used to do that. Also helps those with learning disabilities. That's true. And sometimes we just we don't take into account people with visual problems, like not just degrees of blindness, but also dyslexia. A lot of dyslexics like audiobooks because they can hear the words and they don't have to try to read them. And there she is, Cindy Cap, CKOEPB.com, for the best books and the best newsletter around. Love you, Cindy. Thanks for talking to me last night. And let's see, here we go. And Sir John, no, I was never interested on either one, but never got, I can't say I wasn't interested, but I never got hooked on them, okay? And comics really helped me with the stress and loving it. Yep. That's our venting right there. Living vicariously through others through creativity. And 2 coins add up to 26 cents, and one is not a penny. What are they? A quarter and a penny. The quarter isn't a penny. What? Let's see. 2 coins and one is not a penny. Oh, what? And a quarter and a penny. The quarter is not a penny. I definitely need more. Anyway, City Cap and creepy holiday fun that covers the entire Hollow. I love this Hollow Birth Thankmas season. You got to go to Smashwords and get you some Santa Stein, which is nearing its 10th anniversary of publications. Yay! Here we go. And Eric Hawkins. Now, this is something else I had not considered. Some printers might be charging more due to the paper shortage affecting comics right now. DC has been hit hard and is pushing many titles back. That is true. I had forgotten about that. And that's why a number of Amazon authors were told, order your books now. Because the paper shortage is going to hit, I can't say it's a shortage. I think it's the supply chain. People don't understand the supply chain, and it's basically getting goods from one place to another. And a lot of the problem right now is there are not enough people in the transportation industry to facilitate it. Ignore the parts problems that are plaguing the auto industry right now, which I'm in, Cookie is involved with. But paper is coming into short use, where I'm hearing there could be restaurant items that could be short distributed because of it. But paper is a real concern. We had this back in the mid 70s where there was a paper shortage. And thank you, sweetheart.
Welcome.
For all you ASMR fans out there, the sweetest sound, yeah, next to I love you. Love you. Thank you, honey. But anyway, did you get enough?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, that's right. Okay, sorry. But yeah, DC, I'm surprised Marvel hasn't announced, or at least if they have, I haven't heard it, any cutbacks on their comics. But yeah, they could be anticipating, the $10 printer could be anticipating how little paper they might be able to get, and they might be prioritizing. So say, hey, I've got this comic book that's going to tie up your presses, and they're like, oh, we've got some people we know we can get the money for, and you got to be true to your existing customers. So anyway, that's a good idea, Eric. Well thought out, sir. Well thought out. And then after you read Santa Sign, leave a review using Amazon reviews made less impossible on Amazon, of all places, a reader's guide to rewarding authors. And this book tells you why you should leave reviews, how helpful they are, and also why it's important for authors to ask for those reviews. I do that every time now when I'm at a show. I always ask for reviews. And Joe Dog made it back home. Glad to see you, Joe Dog. Scott Garker said, doing it, John. We have so much stuff to talk about. And again, I never have the time. I don't know how you do it. You got a family too. It's time management, dude. It's all it is. And reach out to John. He can teach you to do that. And Sir John, okay, and okay. Comic is in Greek. Okay, unfortunately, you can't enjoy it because it's free online. Same pen name as the real name. Oh, okay, all right, Sir John. Thank you. You know, and that's cool. Can it work with Google Translate? That would be the thing. And thank you for the advice, Carl. I'm just trying to accept this change recently. Yeah, and Sarah, get ready for it. Seriously, because like I've got people in my life, I held them when they were like this. I held my goddaughter when she was just like a day or so old. And now she and her husband are taking their child to register for school. I'm seeing a lot of the people that I you know grew up with, and somehow they got old, just like me. I don't know what the hell happened. Couple haven't, and I'm really disturbed by that. Anyway, it's all part of the process. It's all part of the process, Sarah. And good news, I have a possible name for what ails me. Bad news, there's no fix for it. Good news, it's not degenerative. Uh, Congratulations, Cindy. Cindy's got her challenges too, and God bless you, young lady. As long as it's not degenerative, that is good. That seriously is. And here we go. And Joe Dog McKeel asks, do you know the names of the three wise monkeys? They are Mizaru, see no evil, Mikazaru, hear no evil, and Mazaru, speak no evil. Now that you mentioned, I had heard that the monkeys had names. I forgot. I thought they were Mike, Mickey, Peter, and Davy, but I'm glad to be corrected. And what is a harem comic, Sir John? I'm wondering if this is a language barrier. The word harem has an interesting connotation in English. Grant, in certain romance circles, harem books are pretty popular, and not so much like guys having a harem, but what they call reverse harems, where a woman will have a number of men in her immediate romantic circle. It's very, very popular right now. And stumpy robots have small arms, but big hearts, I'm sure. Check out Mr. Nicholas Anthony Tucker on Amazon. And Nightreich and magic. You want all. It's got Nazis. It's got good guys. It's got magic. It's got John B. Pike on the front cover, so you got to get it. Check it out now on Amazon. And how much money does a skunk have? 1 cent. I love you, Cindy. And the skunk rocker says, "Oh, yesterday I was in a call with some creatives on Discord, and someone brought up the fact that a contestant on Countdown, a game show in the UK, used the word hentai as an answer." Yeah, we know what he's been up to. Yeah, I used to like some of the British game shows. There was one that used to run on BBC America, I think it was. And the host of it was the guy who's one of the executive producers of I think Survivor. And he used to do when Jerry Lewis was ousted from the MDA telethon, he was one of the primary hosts, and I'm blanking on his name, but the premise was that you had your contestant and you had 3 other people who were what was it? I want to get the order right here. That it was basically a liars club kind of thing. And he was just so great. It's like when he would confront with somebody, "Are you lying?" And he'd give him like this almost weaponized stink eye. It was really great. Anyway, I'll find that out now. I want to look it up. And City Camp says Tuesday nights at 6 p.m. Central. Hey, 6 p.m. Okay. Tuesday nights at 6 p.m. Central. Why, that sounds like the Dastardly Dingoes. I was trying to make the time change in my head. I keep forgetting you're in the Central Zone. I'm on the Eastern. And the supply chain issues, look at all the cargo ships stalled off of Santa Barbara. Historical Fencing Guild, exactly right. I shared a video in my monthly newsletter, which of course you can get if you go to, and it's free, comes out the first of every month. It talked about, and this was made about 3 or 4 months ago. It used to be, a ship comes in from, like, say, China or Australia or Japan and goes into, like, Santa Barbara, or they were covering LA, I think it was. And it used to be, you just wait out there a couple hours, and people would you pull up to the dock, and they'd unload you, Johnny, on the spot. Then they'd reload you with the empty railroad cars, and then you're off on your way. Well, at the time the video I found was made, or actually Cookie found it for me, there was a wait of 1 or 2 days, which is a huge disruption. Now I hear it is up to 7 or 8 days that these boats are in the water waiting for their turn, and that's because primarily there aren't enough people manning the docks. The guys that lift all the cargo out and then have to put it into whatever warehouse, etc. There just aren't enough people, and there aren't enough people because of the backup. There's not enough time to put the empty railroad cars to basically reload the ship with these empty ones and send them on their way to be loaded again. So there is a huge backup at the LA and Santa Barbara and West Coast, all the West Coast docks.
There's only 2 docks.
Oh, is it really?
West Coast.
Oh, really? I thought there would be more, like maybe in the Pacific Northwest.
I think it's one in California and one in the Pacific Northwest.
Okay, all right.
That's part of the problem. Everything has to be sent through a very narrow,
A very narrow funnel.
yeah.
Yeah, and there aren't enough people to help facilitate the movement of goods.
Right.
Both ways. There we go. So we got, seriously, it is scary to see that stuff. And that's why your cars are so expensive right now. And because demand is up for automobiles, because people can't afford the rising prices of automobiles, they're going to used cars, and that's inflating that market too. So it's a vicious cycle, and it's one that already experts are saying we may have to live with this for a number of years. And it's going to take a lot of work to get it back under control. But Nerd Culture's got it under control, and Ryan Permisson gives you all you can handle and more on his channel on YouTube. Check it out. Cindy Cap, why didn't the nickel roll down the hill with the penny? Because it had more sense. I love it. And Sir John, harems are usually romance stories with a large cast of women or men in which the goal is to pick your favorite. Harry Potter and Twilight are technically male harem stories. I've heard that. About Harry Potter and Twilight. That is true. I think it's kind of a stretch in a way, but there are some romantic, and I'm not talking pornographic either, but some romance books. It's a huge, huge market right now here in America, at least. And Sarah, I love you too, Cookie. Cookies. Yeah. It says you both have the best hugs. Well, you do too. You have good ones too. I love my hugs from you. And what? Yeah, that's right, Skunk. We hug each other. And Small Desk Publisher Adventures every Saturday night at 10 p.m. Eastern, 9 p.m. Central. Check it out. Great show. And thank you for clearing that up, Sir John. Yes, definitely. And Paper Shortage Fooey Digital, says Eric Hawkins. I'm also looking into NFTs, which I might do an avatar collection based on cryptids. I know some artists who have made hundreds of dollars in the past couple of weeks. Yeah, because that's a blockchain. I've had a couple people ask me about blockchain stuff. I haven't found a way I can exploit it yet, to be honest with you. Or if I did, I don't think anyone would care. And that's not imposter syndrome. That's just knowing my value in the overall market with the kind of money that these kind of things can get. But DC is going into NFTs, DC Comics, because one of their artists sold some Wonder Woman imagery, and he made something like a couple of $1 million in one day. So that's not a bad payday. Brian Boland made a crap ton of money when he sold an NFT of some of his art recently. I think some of his classic Judge Dredd art. So anyway, when you find out something, I'd love to hear what you find out, Eric. I really would. I do know that it's not just something you can say, okay, I've got an NFT. You've got to have somebody who is conversant with blockchain programming, which is the same stuff that does cryptocurrency. It is stable. It's relatively stable. It's as volatile as any sort of money, to be honest with you, because the dollar does go up and down. That's nothing new, but by the same token, it's got to be basically unstealable, and that's what the blockchain is for. So, and I'm interested in hearing what you find out, Eric. I really am. And Cindy Cap says, fun books and neurosis. That is what Amy Hale has, so please check her out. We are going to run her ad and some others at the end of the show. And I feel like the Secretary of State and Independence Day, that's not entirely accurate. Okay. And okay, I would never think of Harry Potter as being a romance story. Interesting, Sir John. A lot of stories are romance story. Think of Star Wars. It is, 4 through 6. It's a romance story between Han and Leia. It's if you think about it, and a lot of the great stories of history of that we grew up with, that we are creating, have romance in them. Superman and Lois Lane, one for the ages. And I think I'm trying to incorporate more romance into my own work, prose work, because I think it's makes it rounds out the story a lot. And a lot of your better writers can do that, especially classic ones. I can't think of. Well, I take it back. Peter J. Tomasi does super romance. His run on Superman, he did about a 3-year run on Superman comics that is some of the best ever written, because it incorporated the love of family, love of, man and wife. It was a solid book, and it still had action and everything. It's something a lot of us could read and study and learn from. Out of respect for Cookie, you're having early lunch, I'm saying good day, everyone. Thank you, Carl. I appreciate it. And it's just about the right time. We're only 10 minutes behind. And Secretive Warriors Worthy of Trust. You want Warriors Trust. Brand new book from Michaela J. Check it out on Amazon. And don't forget, she's on tonight at 7 p.m. with Eastern with Tidbits and Scribbles, where you're going to learn how to kick your creative game up. And Poetry. Teresa Dunn's got that. She's got 2 volumes of it, and the third one's waiting in the wings. And yeah, it's a process that I'm paying close attention to. Don't let it consume you, Sarah. Don't forget, you got to live your life too. And that's what the people who precede us to the next level would want for us. Okay, so don't ever stop living. All right. And it's time, says Joe Dog McGill, don't die, feed Cookie. Grant Lanker says, I'm impressed by any independent comic book creator. Setting a goal and achieving it is very difficult and a rare achievement. Yeah, it's the technology is making it a lot easier. I can only imagine what people did back in the 80s. Dear Lord, that was an adventure. But yeah, and most of the people, like I said, I don't care for the product, and I stopped supporting it. But there's also a couple of people I found are just really crappy human beings, and I'm like, I'm not putting money in their pocket. I got better uses for it. I'd rather support a Grant Lanker or a Brian Rodman or a Carl Kessel than them. So anyway, Halloween Comic and Toy Show QuadCon Des Moines, October 30th, with dragons, books, and anthologies. Yes, and the Historical Fencing Guild, 7 p.m. Fridays Central, 8 p.m. Eastern, where Nicholas Anthony Tockert will teach you how to beat up your friends and neighbors with style and precision. And hey, gang, have to pop out to prioritize some of that time. Love you all. Make sure you check out our shows on replay here on YouTube, and please drop a comment. Amen. Same with us. Thank you, John B. Pica. JohnPica.com. Check out all the amazing stuff that amazing man does. And yes, if you're watching us on the replay, please leave a comment. I will do my utmost to reply to you. So, and Cindy kept asking, what has a head and a tail but is not an animal? A penny. I love it. And Comic Related Madness, Pops Van Zant has it, and CromCon comes up at the end of every month. So while I'm at HallowCon celebrating in Dalton, Georgia, you be watching Pops Van Zant. Grant Lankert says most people would rather be drinking or watching TV than achieving their goals. So if you made a comic book or any creative endeavor, you should be proud of yourself. Exactly. Same with books, same with music, same with acting. And that's the thing. We all have the same 24 hours. It's what you choose to do with it that separates the great from the wannabes. And let's see, here we go. And Sir John says the most popular male harem comic is, I'm going to screw this up, I'm sure, Haikyuu, about a male volleyball team. There is the smart one, stoic, sensitive, shy one. The made-up team's jersey is outselling real volleyball team players. Well, that's the thing. A lot of anime and manga, or I should say a lot of manga, rather, are outselling American comics incredibly. I remember about several years ago, I read an article where a comic shopkeeper was asked, somebody came in and said, I want to buy the most popular comic, the best-selling comic you've got. And the guy handed him a copy of Naruto. And the guy said, no, wait a minute, this isn't X-Men, this isn't Batman. And the guy said, no, but it outsells both of them combined. So anyway, and Feel better soon, Luke. Check out Luke Stone Studios. By the way, thank you, Cindy, for that. I saw an update that's a couple days old. Luke Stone is starting to recover from the coronavirus. Okay. We're going to call it what it is from now on. We're going to retire the Maestro Miley Cyrus, I think. That doesn't make it any less serious. But anyway, he has a trach now, and he is sitting up and communicating using hand gestures and a letter board. It's kind of like a Ouija board, but without the summoning demons and stuff. He is off the ventilator for, I think they said 4 hours at a time, which is pretty good. But anyway, he's coming back. He's coming back around. So please send your thoughts and prayers to Luke. He still needs us, and also to Brian Hawkins too, who is still on the ventilator, last I heard. But anyway, we hope you get feeling better soon, Luke. And very good books. You get them at Bear Publications. That's where you can pick up that great Animal Eye by Cindy Kep, as well as her Animal Eye comic book #1 and all kinds of Animal Eye merch. You'll love it. And Sir John, now classic anime harems, reverse harems. Yeah, exactly. And Save Oz from Zombies at Comixology with the great Eric S. Hawkins, because he's awesome. And where did the sky go? Rinmelian can tell you she's an amazing lady, and she's a brown coat through and through. Historical Fencing Guild says our classic Hour and Host Club sounds right up your alley. Okay, cool. And Sarah says focusing on the positive, stumbling a bit here and there, but I can't let it stop me. Sorry for emotionally vomiting this morning. I love you and the network. The network loves you right back, Sarah. Never doubt that a bit. And sometimes we got to have that little emotion puke every now and then. It's good for the system. It really is. And I gotta learn to vomit more often myself. That sounded better in my head than what I'm saying. Happy breakfast, everyone. And Memoirs of an Angel using nebulizers. Go to brianrodman.com. He's part of the Dastardly Dingoes on tomorrow night at 7 p.m. on the Rising Tide Broadcast Network. And sorry, I was so talkative. I'll call it a day and say don't die, feed cookie. No, talking keeps us going. And Fiction of Pulpy Goodness. Go to Stormgate Press. I've been hearing about more stuff coming up, including the 20-year anniversary of Captain Hawkland, and a certain someone's been paid to write an adventure. And I know the theme, and it's kind of cool. So definitely get those Captain Hawkland books, okay? And love you as always, Brian. Love you right back, Grant. You and Angie both. You guys have a great day too, okay? And Hyper Sandy Books from the Land Down Under. Check it out on YouTube. And a detailed and practical look at Job from Victoria Adams. She is a great writer, great lady. Please check out what she's got there. Also, Sir John, if you like male harems, look up the Anita Blake Vampire Hunter series for Mary Gentry series by Laurel K. Hamilton. Strong content warning. Which means Sarah's now on Amazon. Anyway, Cindy Kep says, what did the penny say to the dollar? You make no sense. I get that a lot too. And Trolls Are Heroes too. Check out S.L. Rowland's work. She is awesome. And Cindy Kep's Moonlight and Claws is out from Ye Old Dragon Books. Meet the dragons. And hundreds of thousands, not dollars. Okay, sorry. And Cindy Kep says, no kidding. Good books here. Amazon. Check out the work of Bobby Nash. And check out Snow Ambition, #4 in the Snow Adventure series. I've written that one, and it's a one-shot, quick-read crime thriller. Only 99 cents, and it's more to come. And so shortages mean leaning into ebooks harder as paper material is going to raise in prices. Stock your inventory of office supplies and be flexible. Exactly, Historical Fencing Guild. I've already ordered just about everything I need to get through the winter. It's like our forefathers used to order from Amazon, and collect pornography and get ready for school because you're going barefoot both ways, uphill all the way. Both ways. Anyway, so yeah. And the thing is, I'm going to tell you something right now. I'm making my predictions. When the paper shortages genuinely hit, the larger publishers look for their ebooks to go up in price, which means ours, if priced more reasonably, will be more affordable. Look for Kindle sales to go up, assuming we get the supply chain with the chips taken care of. And what did Cindy Kep ask, what did the one penny say to the other penny? Money jokes are priceless. At least that's my 2 cents on it. Oh Oh my gosh. And Roll Cruise is sending me finished pages of Animal Eye #2. Check out some of his other work at artstation.com/Roll Cruise. Great work from that man. What a talent. And everyone have a great day, and we hope Cookie gets to eat early. We're doing our best, Carl. Thank you for your attention to this matter. Mwah. Talk to you soon. And Denver Martinez does the color for Animal Eye, so check out his other work. And what happens when two snails get into a fight? They slug it out. All right. Don't die, Feed Cookie, and I will be calling Sam HSA later this afternoon, so everyone calm down. I'm doing it. Thank you, Skunk. Thank you. On behalf of all of us, thank you, Skunk. We want a happy skunk. I want to hug a happy skunk in a couple weeks. You got that?
Ew.
You don't know what Skunk's like. He'll let you stroke his tail if you're a good girl. If you're a bad girl, he'll probably insist on it. I love having my wife meet my friends. Anyway, Cindy Kemp says the artwork of Bill Sarn for the cartoonist of great vintageness. Oh, yes. And thank you. Don't forget to tip your host. And Condemned Courier, Mindstorm, Ursulon 1 and 2, all available as ebooks now. All affordable, all amazing, because they're by this wonderful lady here, CKOEPP.com for more information. And Amazon and #BringCookieHome. Let's bring you home, too, all right? And here we go. And have a good day, everyone. Joe Dog McKeel says it's time to enter names into the database to make the HoloCon badges. I'm excited. And also go to risingtide.pub for the Rising Tide newsletter. Also go to CKOEPP.com and sign up for that great free newsletter. Ace Bonnie, what did the Oreo cookie say to the dentist? Because he lost his... Why did the Oreo cookie go to the dentist? Because he lost his filling. Take care. Oh, man. Talk about Ace Bonnie. Thank you for being here. Love your jokes. Love your jokes too, Cindy. Talk about two people with the white stuff. I mean the right stuff. That's them. And Skullcracker says, wow, why did that comment get deleted? It looks like it wasn't me that just... Looks like it wasn't just blocked. It was completely removed. Did I not read one? Did I miss? I don't think I missed one. And going to dive into reading and some writing and trying to figure out how to create a web page instead of only a Facebook page. I'll watch some tutorials on YouTube. That seemed like a good video. Also, talk to my buddy Damian Waldron. Seriously, he designed mine, and he's amazing. And he's also working on somebody else's website here. It was she's had some problems with. And yay, Luke, I'm excited, says Sarah. Yeah, I was glad to read that last night too, just before I went to bed. And Skullcracker says, hey, it's already 11:30. Let's shut up so Cookie can eat. And that is wonderful. Yeah, isn't it? Isn't that great news to start out your week, Nick? And I'm certainly not helping with the reading of comments. Grand Illusion Jake, Grand Illusion Christian. Grand Christian Illusion Show. I can't keep up on your name changes, Jake. Brian, watch the weather when you get off there, expecting F5 tornadoes near you. And touchdowns there saying, I am not worried. I am not worried. I think we had a brief touchdown about 2 years ago, but it wasn't me. So anyway, we will be trying to get over here. And Sarah, not overlooking those who are helpful with creations. I'm doing what I can on my own and respecting how busy those who can help are every day. I'm trying to keep in touch with you, Sarah. I really am. And Cookie is getting laughed at by Sarah, but she'll take it. And I saw the preview of Damien's mutation on my website. Wow. Yeah, no kidding, right? You've seen what he's done to mine at risingtide.pub, right? Anyway, yeah, he does amazing work, and he and I are going to be collaborating on a comic book story soon. So, and I may already have a home for it if I don't publish it myself. Anyway, please, and thank you to everyone here. Thank you for being here. Appreciate you all greatly. And we'll close out with some videos, advertising some of the amazing things you guys and gals do. And we hope that everyone watching will stay tuned for that. And also, if you're watching us on Facebook, please give this video a like if you would. Also, like the page you're watching it on. That would help a lot. And let's see. And Grand Illusionist show, tornadoes can change as they progress. So that's cool. And it's okay, BKM. I recognize you're busy. Love you. I love you too, Sarah. And I am, but I try to touch base with you just so you know I'm okay. And anyway, we're gonna make our way onto the day, and we hope that we've given you a boost to get on through your work day. We hope you are productive and creative. And like I said, if you're watching us on Facebook, please give us a like. Please also like the page you're watching this on as a thank you to them. And if you're watching us on YouTube, we are undergoing the YouTube challenge right now. We would like to have 1,100 subscribers by the end of Halloween night. So as I'm driving back from Dalton, Georgia, I want to be able to tune in and see that I've got 1,100 plus subscribers on the YouTube so that we can start filtering some of the blessings there to the rest of the network. That's what that is for. Anyway, so that is our goal. If you have not subscribed yet, please go to our YouTube page and please subscribe. And please tingle that little bell there. Make it throb. Make it happy, because it will reward you with letting you know whenever we have more content. And we've got content every day. Check out Monday, Wednesday, Friday. We have this show at 10 a.m. Eastern. And also Thursday nights, we have Comic Book Spectrum, where we review the latest comic book release, some of the latest comic book releases, and also guide you to the stuff we're reading, and also have some lively discussion on the state of the industry that is usually positive, but always well educated. These guys know what they're talking about. We've been reading comics longer than a lot of our viewers have been alive. So anyway, please check it out. We'd appreciate if you do. That show does very, very well, and we're pleased that people enjoy it. Also, check out BK Minutes. We start out your day with a little dose of creativity and inspiration, hopefully. And please leave us a comment and like those videos too. I would really, really appreciate that. And let's see here. And also, I saw bye Donna Carly. Mwah, love you, hun. Glad you were here. Thank you all for being here. Also, we want to thank the Rising Tide Broadcast Network. We have your entertainment covered 7 days a week with a variety of shows. Later tonight, you get to see the lovely and desirable Michaela Jade. She's going to tell you how she is upping her creative game, and she'll teach you how to do it too. So bring your pen and paper, or if nothing else, just sit back and let the warm, soapy information wash over you like a welcoming wave. Anyway, she'll be on tonight at 7 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Central. Please check that show out. It is amazing. And please subscribe to her page while you're at it. All right. I want her to pass me up in subscriptions. And then tomorrow morning, we'll release the next BKM Minute. And then at 7 p.m., 6 p.m. Central, we'll have the Dastardly Dingoes, now a part of the Rising Tide Broadcast Network, and we couldn't be happier. And check out tomorrow night. I believe it's Eric S. Hawkins will be their special guest. And keep watching that channel, because there will be a Comic Book Spectrum Dastardly Dingoes team up, where everybody will probably gang up on Chad Nuss and beat his ego into submission. I may have to go in and rescue it. He'll be grateful forever. But anyway, let's see. Here we go. And also don't forget our Patreon subscribers, because I love my Patreon subscribers. And in return for their support, they get their names mentioned on our show. So Cindy, Jeffrey, Tina, Molly, John, Matt, Teresa, Damian, Morgan, Keisha, Brian, Eric, Clyde, Kelly, Amy, Brian, Pops, Angie, and Renmelli, and we love you all. And if you want to get your name on this card, check us out at www.patreon.com/Brian K. Morris. And also, we want to thank our two sponsors for today. Thank you so much to Memoirs of the Macabre, funding right now on Kickstarter. It's Grant Lankard's brand new book, and I am in it as well. So if you want to see what the magic is all about, check this.
Greetings, ghouls and boils. I'm the Ghoul Master, a loving homage to horror anthology narrators of yesteryear. Wait, I'm an homage? Why didn't anybody tell me? You'll hear from my agent about this. But first, let's get to the heart of the matter. I'm here to tell you about the new horror anthology, Memoirs of the Morbid, on Kickstarter in time for Halloween. Memoirs of the Morbid is a black and white homage to classic horror comics from the 40s and 50s, containing 5 self-contained stories by some of the best indie comic creators out there. There's that word again. I better not find out homage is an insult. Anyways, Memoirs of the Morbid is completely done and ready to go to the printer. The comic will be on Kickstarter until Halloween, so don't make a grave mistake by missing it.
That's Memoirs of the Morbid by Grant Lankard and friends. Please check that book out. We'd love to hit that $4,000 mark real soon. And just do a search for Memoirs of the Morbid. In fact, I'm going to do this right now. I should have done this earlier. And let's go back over here, go back to comments, and then let's see if that works. Yes, that is. Check out this address here, and please pledge generously. Grant has just made it easier to get some of those thank you gifts, and it's a worthy project. I don't align myself with just anybody, and I'm proud to have a story in this book here. So check it out at Kickstarter.com, Memoirs of the Morbid. And also we want to thank our other sponsor today, Jeffrey Hayes and Plasma Fire Graphics. Plasma Fire Graphics, when the look of your book matters to you. If you want to get long-term readers and fans of your book work, then not only should you write the best book you can, but you also want to get the great Jeffrey Hayes to do a great cover, a wraparound cover for your book, because that's how you get your first customer, lure them in and hook them. Anyway, he does great covers. He does graphics to help you sell your work through social media, and beautiful book trailers like the one you just saw. So please check him out. He's also really affordable. He does top level work at indie creator prices, and he's easy to work with. So please check out Plasma Fire Graphics on Facebook, also Plasma Fire Graphics on the interwebs, plasmafiregraphics.com. Pardon me. Plasma Fire Graphics, when the look of your book matters to you, because it matters to your readers, that's for sure. So we're going to get cookie fed here. And again, please join us every morning for BK Minutes. It's a 1 minute or less glimpse into creativity and how you can improve your game and how you can be a better and smarter creator. That's our goal with that. And we're doing that show for the foreseeable future. So please tune in and give it a thumbs up if you would, and a like, and please subscribe to the channel and share that out if you would. And so we're going to take off here. We've got some messages afterwards that we hope you'll stay tuned for, some of our creative friends. And as always, folks, thank you for being here. Appreciate your presence. And as always, stay smart. Stay safe, wash your hands, and never apologize for being awesome. All right. Have a great Monday, everyone, and we'll see you Wednesday morning at 10 a.m. for another Nevermind the Furthermore. Have a great Monday, everyone, and make it that way for someone else if you would too, please.
Thank you for watching Nevermind the Furthermore, a Rising Tide Broadcast Network production. If you enjoyed any part of this show, please give it a like or a thumbs up and share it with your friends. Also, please subscribe to our YouTube channel and consider becoming one of our Patreon supporters. Thanks again, and we'll see you next time on Nevermind the Furthermore.
Hey, yo, Pops here. Are you looking to be on Monday Madness? Is Monday no good? You need a special edition? Are you looking to be on the first timer spotlight on for you new guys? Launch parties, countdowns, CromCon Monthly. We got it all right here at the Madness Comic Network, providing online promotional services for the indie comic community and proud sponsor of
Comic Books for Kids provides comic books to kids in hospitals and cancer centers across the U.S. It's a place where we can all work together to make sure every child has a comic book. 100% of all proceeds go towards the kids. It's about making a difference, and while they're in the hospital, allowing them to fly like a superhero, battle dragons, or rescue teddy bears. We are in every state in the country and now support over 160 hospitals. Every month, we add more.
Visit cb4k.org.
Author Cindy Kep is writing on the edge. Books include Remnant in the Stars, The Loudest Actions, Lines of Succession, Mindstorm, Condemned Courier, the Yerushalayim series, and Animal Eye. Find author Cindy Koepp at CKOEPP.com today.
Secrets, trust, worth. The bond between souls intertwined within otherworldly intrigue. Michaela Jade brings forth the Elite Warrior series, a collection of dark fantasy romance novels set in a twisted world where power lusts in the hearts of men and devotion seduces the souls of women. Warrior's Secret, Warrior's Trust, and Warrior's Worth. Available now at authormichaelajade.com.
Hi, I am Joe D. McPhee. I am the host of From the Desk of a Small Press Publisher, and I want to cordially invite you to watch our show Saturdays at 9 p.m. Central Standard Time. On our show, we will have different guests as well as talk about the comic book industry and pop culture. And every so often, I might actually do a drawing session or a 3D rendering session every here and there. So once again, I want to invite you to watch From the Desk of a Small Press Publisher right here on the broadcast channel that you're looking at, whether it be Facebook, YouTube, or Twitch. Hope to see you there, and make certain that you catch From the Desk of a Small Press Publisher at 9 p.m. Central Standard Time. Thanks.
The campaign to end World War II would begin with D-Day, but the fight that would shape the destiny of all mankind would be fought elsewhere. In space. Allied with beings from another world, the crew of the cargo plane Flying Rebel battled the horrifying evils of Project Ares and a madman hell-bent on becoming the Emperor of Earth. Stormgate Press presents the Doomsday Blitzkrieg. Get your copy today.
When they mined an area, they put down yellow tape right across that line, see. And if you walked on the wrong side of that yellow tape, you blew up.
Strange Tales 136. I remember it very clearly, and that was my first exposure to Kirby. and I wanted to show it to people.
Southwest of Chicago, there is a small, secluded cemetery known as Bachelors Grove, and it is one of the most haunted places in the United States. Author Brian K. Morris brings you a collection of writings that will help you navigate this ghostly graveyard, if you dare. The Haunting Scripts of Bachelors Grove is available now on Amazon.com. Get your copy today.